And joining me right now, Dick Morris, NewsmaxTV Political Analyst and author of Armageddon, How Trump Can Beat Hillary. And I got to tell you, Dick, before we get back to everything I was just talking about, it's been like an up and down, a seesaw, or whatever you want to call it. The last time I had you on, or the time before that, it was like, oh boy, how is Trump going to beat Hillary? And now it looks, not impossible. Certainly, almost looks kind of good in some instances. So, where are you? Where do you think this race is right now?
Well, the only question is, was Comey's announcement a bomb or an atomic bomb? And I'm inclined to agree with Pat Cadell, who said that he thinks that a dam is about to break with a strong movement in Trump's favor. Let's remember that Trump was gaining before Comey opened his mouth. Trump was 12 points behind, according to ABC, on Monday of last week. And by Friday, before Comey spoke, he closed that to 2 behind. Now ABC says he's 1 ahead, and tomorrow when the interviews are updated, it'll probably be even more. And the reason he had begun to move up was, first, his negative ads began to run, that I think was very effective. Secondly, the Obamacare rate increases hit. And thirdly, all of these WikiLeaks things that are continuing to come out. And these WikiLeaks are very good for ball control. Very hard for Hillary to get a word in edgewise with this stuff coming out every single day. And I think that, in addition, Trump is playing it perfectly. He's not glorying in it. There's no blood dance. There's no dancing on her grave. He's not putting her down. He's acting like a statesman and like a president. And he's not making mistakes. So that I think that all of this is set for a move to Trump. And the reason that I think that's happening and will happen is that I think as Election Day approaches, the downscale voters begin to pay attention. And they begin to wake up and realize there's an election, and they decide who they're for. And for the most part, these folks like Donald Trump. Normally, they would break Democrat because they're union members or blue-collar workers. But now they like Trump a great deal, and I think that the downscale voters, the white voters, are now breaking for Trump. And I think you're going to see it gradually tilt. And I think it could become very significant by Election Day.
What states concern you? You know, we've gone over the roadmap to victory for Donald Trump before, and maybe before I ask you that, I would think there are certain states that he has to shore up. Of course, I don't know their internal polling, but instead of concentrating and spending all his time in Pennsylvania or maybe North Carolina or whatever, I mean, now they're having a foray into traditionally blue states. Do you think that that's a waste of time or a smart strategy?
Don't worry about his internal polling, Steve. He owes his pollster $750,000. So that's any internal polling. He has to win North Carolina. That is the most important, because Romney carried it, and he's got to begin with at least 206 electoral votes, which is what Romney got. He's doing very well in Florida and very well in Ohio. And if he carries both of those, which it looks like he will, he'll be 17 votes short. Now, we could get that from 6 of them from Nevada, where he's tied, or from Iowa, where he's 2 ahead, also 6 votes there. He could get 13 from Virginia, but so far he's 5 behind there. He could get 20 from Pennsylvania, and he's only 2 or 3 behind there. Or he could really invade, and he could get 8 from Colorado, where there hasn't been very recent polling. So I think he could get it from any of those places. And then, if indeed there is a tilt, like Cadell was saying, then I think he has a real chance of getting votes in Michigan and Minnesota and Wisconsin.
And so you think spending time in these some of these blue states like today and I think tomorrow there's more, it's smart strategy, or should he be like beating the heck out of Pennsylvania and North Carolina?
Well, Pennsylvania I think is on his itinerary. North Carolina, we'll see. It's inconceivable that he could win nationally and lose North Carolina.
Right.
Yeah. So I think he feels he has that, but we'll see.
Let me ask you, you've seen all the reactions to all the scandals. Hillary, to me, you know what struck me, Dick? When Hillary yesterday said, the FBI is looking at emails of one of my staffers, I envisioned right then Bill Clinton pointing his finger saying, I did not have sex with that woman, Ms. Lewinsky, as if he didn't know really who she was. Now it's one of my staffers, and this woman is supposedly like a second daughter to Hillary. It just struck me that they were both doing the same thing 25 years apart.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comparison. You know, let's understand that Armageddon was called before the FBI and asked, have you given us all of the emails in your possession? And she said yes. And in return for an honest answer, she was given immunity. Now, that is clearly now a dishonest answer, because what she did was give it to Anthony Weiner to put on his computer, and therefore she could say that it wasn't anymore on her computer. And that's a device to mislead the federal investigators, and that itself is a felony.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think in addition, it is very possible that those emails are among the emails. Among them are the emails that Hillary deleted, the 35,000 deleted emails. And if it turns out, as I believe it may, that some top secret classified emails were deleted as part of that 35,000, then Hillary is in mega trouble. It's one thing to handle them carelessly. It's another thing to not know where they are. But it's not quite another thing to know that they're classified, have them subpoenaed, and then erase them rather than turn them over.
It is going to be very, very interesting. Just one final question. Are you surprised that she threw Uma under the bus, that Uma's off the campaign trail? I mean, have we seen the last of Hillary with Uma, or vice versa?
I think there may be more to that relationship than professional. So I don't know what the future of that duo is. But I don't think Hillary can afford Uma at this point. I mean, I think you're really looking at a serious chance of Hillary being prosecuted after the election by an attorney general of President Trump's choosing.
Okay, and well, what do you mean by more than professional?
More than professional.
Okay. I'll leave it there. Dick Morris, always great to talk to you, sir. The book, folks, Armageddon, How Trump Can Beat Hillary. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, folks. What would a Hillary Clinton administration look like, considering she's under criminal investigation by the FBI? Former congressional leader Tom DeLay talks about it after the break. Don't go away.